is they, don't have to go through the lottery again. They have an approved H-1B and they can, file an extension and maybe get their perm sponsored. That's a huge deal for them. So I think that that's great too. The other thing that I thought was good was they expanded the definition of nonprofit. Basically, they changed it to say, instead of saying the primary reason of the entity must be research, it's now fundamentally a fundamental activity. So I think what the whole purpose of that was is they want to expand the scope of nonprofits being able to use H-1Bs. And obviously, if you're not aware, if you work on an H-1B at a nonprofit, if it's a cap exempt employer, that means that you can work there without having to go through the lottery. So that's beneficial. And I do think from my reading, the goal is they do want to expand the ability for nonprofits to have access to these employees, because the regulations itself, it actually says we're not worried about people cheating the system, because we know that this is research is very competitive already. So the fact of the matter is they already want to hire the best and brightest. So let's give them the ability to do that. The last thing is the beneficiaries can be cap exempt even if they're not employed by a qualifying organization, as long as they spend half of their time providing essential work to support a fundamental objective of a qualifying organization. So what that means is, theoretically, you can be placed at a client location as long as it's a nonprofit organization and more than 50% of your work falls within that parameter, and be cap exempt. So I think all of that stuff's great. I think it's very positive, and I'm very hopeful that it will be used in the best way possible, and that there's no one trying to do anything untoward or fraudulent to get